making out. She was just lying on top of me. All of a sudden, two dudes showed up out of nowhere. They started making street music about me. What could I do about these two? I strapped on my blue socks, seduction now, flying high in my Superman socks, flying high in my Superman socks, blue socks on my douche feet. I caught up with them later. I tried to explain myself. I told them I'm a filmmaker too. I told them this just isn't cool. We started to argue. I could tell that something was wrong. That's when I noticed the other dude with the curly hair in the background, and the camera that was still turned on. Yeah, I got upset. I made a threat. I showed them my blue socks and douche. I got the socks and douche. Come on, flying high in my Superman socks. Yeah. Flying high in my Superman socks. Yeah. Flying high in my Superman purse. This is where I put my socks, bitch. Flying high in my Superman socks. We go
bounce, bounce, jiggle, bounce, 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 bounce, jiggle, bounce, 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 jiggle, bounce, bounce, jiggle, jiggle, bounce, 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 jiggle, bounce, 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 jiggle, bounce, bounce, jiggle, bounce, 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 jiggle, bounce, 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 jiggle, bounce.
flying high in my Superman socks.
You know what these socks are.
Flying high in my Superman socks.
You know what these socks are.
Flying high in my Superman socks.
You know what these socks are.
Flying high in my Superman socks. Blue socks on my douche feet. 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 Blue socks on my douche feet.